Hello, my unidentified life forms. Today we are going to be watching True Alone at Night Horror Stories Animated. True. After I watch these, I will say whether or not I believe it's true. Today I just want to have kind of like a lay it back, chill day. Um, I'm gonna make sure that this is in my bio, so
And threw it in park, panting. A flat tire? Seriously? Now? I grabbed my phone, but of course,
I will say having a flat tire when you are by yourself in the middle of the night in the woods, I would want to die.
no signal. The woods loomed on either side of the road, thick and endless. I could turn back to the gas station, but that meant walking alone in the dark. Or I could sit here, waiting for some serial killer to knock on my window. Screw that. I pocketed my phone and stepped out, the night air thick.
That's I don't know how I feel about that because there is a thing where hitchhikers are known for being serial killers. Um, but at the same time, I wouldn't use that as my justification. But as I was saying, in this situation, like I wouldn't even justify the reason like, oh, there's a killer or whatever. It would mainly be like, when would somebody see me? And if they saw me, would they get out of their car to help me? Like, or would they just drive by? So you would have to wait for God knows how long.
Against my skin. The crunch of gravel under my sneakers sounded way too loud. I told myself I'd be fine. It was just a mile or so. I'd jog if I had to. The road stretched out before me, swallowed by shadows. Each step felt heavier, like the darkness was pressing down on me. The only sound was my own breathing and the occasional rustle from the trees, possibly just around.
I will say, as somebody who's an adrenaline junkie and also a paranormal believer, um, like everything spiritual, God, all that, I believe in that. There is nothing more horrifying than walking alone at night, and sometimes we do get in our heads a little bit.
Crawled up my spine. I swallowed hard and picked up my pace. The footsteps matched mine. Quicker now, closer. I spun around. Nothing. Just the empty road and the whispering trees. My heart pounded so loud I'd feel it in my skull. Nope, 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 nope. I fumbled for my phone, flipping on the flashlight. The beam cut through the darkness, shaking in my trembling hand. And that's when I saw it. Half hidden in the trees, barely visible, sat a rusty old truck. The driver's side door hung open, swaying slightly, like someone had just stepped out. My stomach turned into knots. Then, near my car, I saw them. A pair of boots. Someone was crouching behind my car, just watching me. Every instinct screamed.
Oh my gosh, that. I don't like. Well, I do like stories like this because they get my adrenaline pumping. But when somebody is obviously trying to like hide in your stuff, no, I don't like it. And because of videos, when I'm by myself and I'm at the gas station, especially at night, I will always like look behind me and make sure nobody's in my car because I'm scared that they somehow snuck in.
Run. I took off, feet slamming against the pavement, lungs burning. The footsteps behind me exploded into a full sprint. They weren't just following.
Look at that. You can't see his face. Hold on a minute. Let me just move my camera real quick. Look at that face. It is awful. Like, oh my gosh.
I could hear heavy, uneven breathing, the unmistakable sound of someone trying to catch up. My heart jackhammered. The gas station flickered into view. Muscles. I slammed through the door, gasping for air. The cashier, a tired-looking guy in his 40s, glanced up, startled. You okay? I spun around, chest heaving. The part
A simple, "You okay?" as you're on the floor.
signal. When the police arrived, they didn't find anyone, but when they checked the woods near my car, they found the truck. Inside, a rope, duct tape, and a hunting knife. The police left, and I finally felt safe enough to crawl into bed. My body
I feel like I heard laughed, the police laughed, but I know that's not correct and that it said left. I don't, okay, let's just, I'm imagining things.
still trembling from the night's horrors. But just as I was about to drift off, my phone buzzed. I grabbed it, expecting a text from my dad checking in.
It cannot be
Instead,
that
my
person.
screen lit up with a single message.
So, like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really, wait. She called from inside the gas station with her phone, right? I don't recall it saying that she borrowed his phone. Cause I was thinking at first maybe when she ran, he was like maybe when she saw him in the car, maybe like he put her number in his phone. But how would he have gotten her number? Cause I don't understand it.
I should have taken the long way home. I knew that the moment I stepped onto that empty street, my breath fogging in the cold night air, the last bus was long gone, and my
See, because I am extremely paranoid, if I had to go somewhere and I had to walk down something quiet like that, 9 times out of 10, I would try to find a different way. And if I really didn't want to, like if I was too lazy, I would start walking, and if I heard one twig snap, I would turn away. Because I like to talk all big and smack. Um, but in situations like these, I am a runner. So,
shift at the bar had stretched later than usual. It wasn't the first time I walked home alone, but then, footsteps. Not mine, someone else's. I stopped, so did
run.
they. My stomach clenched. I swallowed hard and picked up the pace. The footsteps matched mine, step for step.
The footsteps matched mine, step for step. Didn't we literally just hear that exact same sentence? Is this all girls being chased? Is this a compilation of girls being chased?
I turned my head just slightly, heart hammering. No one was there. Phone and video called Emma. The ringing stretched unbearably long.
Ooh.
Sophie? It's late. What's wrong? I think someone's following me.
I whispered. Emma was fully awake now.
Where are you?
Taller, their windows dark and hollow. The street stretched.
So, when things on the upper half are shaped like Chewbacca and things on the lower half are shaped like a woman, I would say run.
A man stood in the middle of the street, perfectly still,
Run.
too still. A hood covered his face, but
So, see, you're screwed when somebody's chasing you and their head is tilted. You are screwed. You are screwed.
just a little too far, made bile rise in my throat.
It's
He
the Rick
wasn't
Grimes
just
effect.
watching. He moved. He ran straight at me. I screamed and bolted. My legs burned, but I didn't stop. An alley, heart hammering so hard it hurt. A dead end. No, 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 no. I whirled around. Silence. He was gone. Panting, I backed against a
See, I was about to say you always look down like the pathway to make sure it's not going to end before you go down it. But in this situation with the amount of adrenaline that's being pumped in you and all that, I can't really say that I 100% wouldn't have done that myself, but come on. Just stop making
House,
turns.
clutching my phone and shaking hands. No signal, no escape. Above. My breath seized. Slowly, I looked up. He was on the roof, staring down at me, motionless, soundless.
Okay, that gave me goosebumps. I was not expecting that.
Just standing. His hood shifted slightly, as if he were tilting his head further, analyzing my fear. My breath hitched. Then, he lunged. I barely dodged. My feet stumbled over the pavement as I bolted for the main road. My heart
Can we just say for a moment? Hold on, hold on. We need to take a moment to just. Some dude jumped off of a roof and immediately started running. He did not snap his ankles. He must have had perfect form. Um, because a lot of people don't realize, well, they do, but jumping from small heights for some people even can be like extremely dangerous for them because they can like twist their ankle, all sorts of stuff. Um, that man though must have amazing parkour
pounded.
skills.
My fingers fumbled.
100%. He's either possessed or is on crack cocaine. Cause where I live, I'm not gonna give details or anything, but it is actually way more often than I realize actually now. Wow, holy crap. The amount of times I have seen a crackhead on the street, like less than a month ago, there was this dude like outside of Walmart, and genuinely I couldn't tell if he was on crack or possessed, maybe both. He scared the hell out of me to the point where like I stopped breathing while driving my car for a solid 10 seconds. He was spazzing out, practically doing backflips and like lunging. And it was just so sad to see. Like,
Gripped my phone like a lifeline. Hand couldn't run again. He was too close. A voice, deep, distorted, a whisper that slithered into my ears.
so he's a demon.
You shouldn't have taken the shortcut. My heart nearly stopped.
How does he know this? Hmm? How does he know it was a shortcut? Is this a stalker? Hmm? Because that doesn't make any sense as to how he would know that it's a shortcut for you. Of course, you know that, but
stomach twisted violently. He spoke. A car, headlights cut through the darkness.
run. See, all of these like getting stalked and stuff, they make sense, and it seems like something that could be real. But at the same time, I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around some things, and I'm having a really bad day today, so I'm only half paying attention. Um, like in the so maybe I've been missing things, but in the first one, he somehow got her number without like having access to her phone. I feel like that would have been really smart if he hid next to the car, grabbed her phone, looked at her number and put it in his phone. Like, but that's not what happened. And then in this one, this dude knows that it's not you should have taken. You shouldn't have taken the shortcut. How does he know it's a shortcut for her unless he's actually been stalking her? You know what I mean?
My heartbeat still pounded like a war drum in my ears. Mr. Dawson glanced at me. What the hell happened? I couldn't answer. My throat felt raw, my mind still spinning. A shadow standing at
So he has teleportation skills? Is that what I'm hearing?
At the edge of the woods, still watching. And then he smiled. I squeezed my eyes shut.
Is this a demon? Was that a demon? I'm having a hard time. Maybe I'm stupid. I need sleep. I should 100% take a nap after this. Oh, Lord. I thought I hit play.
As an entrepreneur, the one thing I valued more than anything was my quiet nights at home. My place in Phoenix wasn't extravagant, but it was mine. A two
I can't tell because of the lighting, but what is up with this yellow looking theme? Like, the first video had a yellow chair, and this house is, yeah. Personally, I only like dark colors, and I only really like colors when they're paired with dark things. My two least favorite colors would have to be yellow, especially that yellow, and pink. Um, I don't get the appeal of yellow though. If any of you love the color yellow, I need you to tell me why. Like, do you look of it look of it? Do you look at it and think like, huh, that looks a lot like I don't even know what I'm trying to find.
I'd finished a long day filled with client meetings and emails, and I was looking forward to nothing more than binge watching my favorite show with a glass of wine.
What's your favorite show?
The house was quiet, the kind of stillness you
You're not gonna tell us your favorite show. Yeah, me invested.
only appreciate when you're truly alone.
No offense. What psychopath likes complete and utter silence when you're alone? When I sleep, I have to have noise. Like, the silence is deafening. And I haven't really met a person that enjoys dead silence. Unless that's not what
I didn't realize how fragile that peace was.
I hate my house at night because I genuinely think that the people before me in this house messed with some bad shit. And I say this because this house, it's not that, it's like 80 years old, but still, the people who own this house, I got kind of bad vibes from them, you know, when you just know something. And all the time, the house around me like makes noise, and it's not regular noise. I am able to tell when something is like bad, obviously, because everybody has that, but it's like, and no joke, when I was on the staircase not long ago, actually, this was a recent event, I heard my mother go, Mickey, Mickey. I go, yeah? And I walk down the stairs, and my mom is nowhere in the house, nowhere near the house. And I look at my grandma and I go, Grandma, did you hear that? And she goes, yeah. Where's your mom? It was not my mom, and I'm not insane because I'm not the only one who heard it. And my grandma, who's also a Christian, but doesn't believe in the paranormal and all that stuff, says, oh, it was probably just our imaginations. Both of us heard it, and it sounded kind of like my mom. What do you mean we were imagining it? Like, we both heard it clear as day. And she, whatever it was, it said my name multiple times.
Against me.
So, like,
I heard faint footsteps on the stairs. My grip on the gun tightened as adrenaline surged through my veins. Whoever it was wasn't rushing. They were taking their time. I could barely breathe as I listened, my mind conjuring images of who could be on the other side of the door. Was it one person? More?
oh man.
Suddenly the footsteps stopped. Silence. The knock on the bedroom door. Not forceful, just a soft knock. My hand trembled as I aimed the gun at the door, willing myself not to panic.
Why a knock, though? I was gonna say maybe the person's walking so slow because they don't know somebody's in the house, so they don't feel like they have to rush.
The dispatcher's voice was still in my ear, steady and grounding. "Officers are almost there," she said. A minute later, I heard movement outside. The sound of car doors open.
Didn't he ask them to not use the sirens? And as cuz I did some research, right? In a lot of cases they are legally required to have their lights on, but in a situation where the lights could trigger somebody getting away, like in burglary, they're not required to. So
Relief flooded me. There was a commotion downstairs. Shouts, the sound of something heavy hitting the floor, and then silence again. Finally, a voice called out, "Phoenix PD, it's safe to come out." I opened the door cautiously, gun still in hand, and stepped into the hallway. An officer met me at the top. He said, "Two men."
I'm sorry, I'm just so
They were
used to
downstairs
stupid
when we
people
came in.
these things.
My knees nearly buckled as I followed him to the living room. Two men sat handcuffed on the floor, their faces.
First of all, why does big ol' bungalow ear over here, I don't even freaking know what that means. Why does he look like he died and came up out of the grave? No man like that I know of has black lips. Like, Mick, squeeze me? And then you, they just look high. But this is really throwing me off right here. Like, his lips look like a mustache.
Had entered through the back door, which they'd managed to unlock somehow. They said they thought no one was home because there wasn't a car in the driveway, the officer added. Then it hit me. I'd lent my car to my brother earlier that week while his was in the shop. To these men, an empty driveway meant an empty house. The police searched the house and found a crowbar.
So I was right. The knocking just kind of threw me off.
And zip ties in the men's bag. One officer pulled me aside and said, "You did everything right, locking yourself in the room, calling us. That probably saved you tonight."
Right. Alright, let's rate these stories, shall we? They feel believable because they're very believable things, but all of them have like little plot holes in them that I'm not sure about. Like, the first one, how'd he get her number? Kind of weird. Second one, the dude was parkouring everywhere, practically probably a demon. I'm not sure if he was able to teleport, whatever. But also, the fact that he knew that was not her, like, that was the quicker route. How did he know that? Like, he would have had to know her or know where she lived. So he would have had to been a stalker, but that wasn't clarified. This one, I think they just, sorry, I was pushing my earbud in. I think they were just using like the sirens as because it just looks dramatic. But he said he asked them to not use sirens. And also, why did they have zip ties and why did they knock on the door if they didn't think anyone was home? Because they wouldn't be trying to zip tie something shut in a home. Like, zip tie wrists, legs, like, that doesn't add up per se, at least to me. Maybe I'm overthinking things. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Sorry if I'm a little, like, not gonna lie, I halfway paid attention to these because I can barely think straight. depressing, it's fun, not really hate it. I hope you people have a wonderful day. I love you. Bye bye. Stay safe. Don't do drugs. And kids, don't let in strange people you don't know. And don't go home with them either. Bye bye.